All right, now that you watched the capital budgeting and debt management video, I thought I would just give you a really short video on some of the assignments you're going to be doing here in week number 5. So you have 2 primary assignments, and again, there are several videos that are available to you as well that you've probably already seen here in week 5. Most of the videos look at how you develop a capital improvement plan. They look at how you analyze municipal bonds, the different types of municipal bonds, just like we talked about in the video. It talks about some of the nuts and bolts of how municipal bonds work, like we talked about in the video. So please take a look at those 4 videos. I think they'll give you some additional good background information. After looking at those videos, watching the video I prepared for you this week, then you'll have 2 main assignments. One is your discussion board assignment, and your second one is a written assignment. So for your week 5 discussion board assignment, what you're going to be doing here is you're going to be developing a PowerPoint presentation, and like you're used to doing and you've done before. But in this PowerPoint presentation, what I want you to do is, for the city that you have used for your assignments already in the course, I would like for you to find the capital improvement plan for that city. Now, that should be relatively easy to find. You should be able to see that online. If you can't find a CIP for the city that you are using for your other assignments, that's okay. If you need to find it for another city, that will work as well. But get a capital improvement plan for a city, get it offline, and then once you look at that, I'd like for you to select one of the capital improvement projects off of that CIP. And based upon that capital improvement plan, I'd like for you to present an assessment of the primary types of long-term debt that the city can use to construct that capital project, and give me a discussion of some of the advantages and disadvantages of funding that project with that type of long-term debt. So would you advocate general obligation bond for funding this project? Would you advocate a revenue bond? Would you advocate a special tax bond? So what type of bond would you advocate the city use? And then give me some advantages and disadvantages for that type of debt for your city. So that's your narrated PowerPoint presentation for your multimedia discussion board. As always, you'll post that up there and then respond to at least 2 other classmates. And then you have a written assignment that we're calling the bond assessment essay. So for this assignment, I've given you a scenario. And what I'm hoping that you will do is you'll read through the scenario, then you'll answer the questions I have related to the scenario using at least 3 academic peer-reviewed journal articles to help support your answer. So here's the scenario. The fiscal problems of Cuyahoga County have affected its ability to maintain county parks. The city of Lake Powell takes great pride in its city parks, but there is one county park within city limits that has fallen into disrepair. Buzz Lucan County Park is located within the city of Lake Powell and is managed and operated by Cuyahoga County. The park has been poorly maintained over the years, and the recreation center at the far end of the park is crumbling and not safe for use by residents. City officials have been complaining to the county commission for years that the park is an eyesore and should be renovated. The commissioners finally relent and agree to landscape and refurbish all aspects of the park with the exception of the recreation center. The recreation center is in such disrepair that will need a major renovation. The county simply does not have the resources or debt capacity to fund the construction project, so the city volunteers to step in and pay for construction. It would require that the county allow the city to annex the land that the recreation center occupies, and the city would then own the recreation center. Demolition and construction costs are estimated to be $12.5 million. The county charges a fee for users of $10 per month, and the center had 5,000 users per month at its heyday. The city assumes they will be able to increase the number of users to 7,000 per month for the newly reconstructed center. The commissioners agree to Lake Powell's proposal, and the project gets the green light. Even though the city is fiscally solvent, it does not have the reserves necessary to fund the project. Therefore, it decides to issue a bond to fund this project. So consider these 2 questions. Based on the information in the scenario, discuss which type of bond you would recommend and why. Support your answer with scholarly research, again, using at least 2 or 3, preferably 3 scholarly articles. And then compare the bond that you are recommending to another alternative and describe why your chosen bond is superior. This should be a very short 3 to 5 page essay. Begins with that presents a recommendation regarding the bond issuance. The essay must begin with a thesis paragraph containing 1 thesis declaration and 3 supporting themes. You all know that from your writing assignments in previous courses in the program. Incorporate a minimum of 3 academic peer-reviewed articles, and it must be written in APA format with a title page, in-text citations, and properly formatted reference page. So based upon this scenario, you're going to discuss what type of bond you'd recommend that the city use and why, supporting your answer with 3 journal articles, and then compare the bond that you are recommending to another alternative and describe why your chosen bond, your selection of your chosen bond is superior. So very brief 3 to 5 page paper done in APA format. So those are your 2 assignments for the week. As always, if you have any questions about any of the assignments or any of the resources, feel free to shoot me an email. Otherwise, I hope everyone has a really great week 5, and I'll see you again in week 6 when we get into the discussion of taxation and revenue sources.